everyone, it's me, Mimi Combs, and today I'm going to be tier listing every single anime show that I have watched. If you're not familiar with tier lists, basically you can just like rank all of your favorite shows and put them in different tiers. So I'm going to do this with every anime I've watched and just kind of see like which ones are the best and which ones are the worst. I have got my tier list has been organized by A, B, C, D, and F tiers. So those are like school grades. So I'm going to be like grading them like I would if I was a teacher in school. So I have also down here all of the anime I've watched and I'm just going to be sorting them. Hopefully I have enough room. I probably don't, but you know, that's just how it is. And I'm doing this through Canva. So let's get started with the Irregular at Magic High School. This is, I think, one of the first anime I watched, and I feel bad putting an anime in F tier, but if there were an anime to put in F tier, it would be this one. It's quite bad. I just didn't like any of the characters. I mean, yeah, it's popular, I think, but it's not great. It's just, I would not recommend you watch it. It's very mediocre, and it's about a guy who like goes to a magic high school, but he doesn't have magic powers, but like he's also very overpowered in other ways. Yeah, I don't even remember anything that was good about the plot, so F tier, sorry. We're starting it out with some not so great. And next we've got Sword Art Online. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna put this in C tier, however, I mean, it could go in D tier, but that one is just like kind of video game centered. I haven't watched Alicization, which I heard is better, so maybe it'll get better, but I've watched this first 2 seasons and it's okay, but I mean, it's really overhyped, I think. Next we got ReZero. I think it belongs in B tier. And now I'm thinking about, I think I'm gonna move this one down to D tier. I'm gonna move this down to D tier because there's not that many tiers. And I need to be strict with my grading, you know, like C is average, and Sword Art Online, if I'm thinking about like compared to the rest of these shows, it's below average. So okay, anyway, basically ReZero, he like keeps dying and he comes back to life, but he has different respawn points, so it's not like too much of a Groundhog Day scenario, but it's really interesting. It's really good and I like it. Next is Oren High School Host Club, which is my all-time favorite show. I'm putting that in A tier, of course, because it's just such nostalgia. You know, it's cool. Like high school shoujo romance, like it's a classic. It's a classic. Okay, moving on is Sailor Moon. And although the Sailor Moon is like iconic character, I think the show itself belongs in D tier because it's really strange. The plot, I just thought about it a couple days ago. I was like, the Sailor Moon plot made no sense. Like there was just like so much going on, and I think it belongs in D tier, but you know, Sailor Moon itself is very nostalgic and very iconic. Next, I have Your Lie in April. This one, it's kind of boring. I think there was a lot of like piano and music in it, which maybe is why I found it a little boring, but maybe C tier. I think Your Lie in April, it's good, don't get me wrong. It's like a really good show and I highly recommend, but it's very emotional, but also it was also one of the first shows I watched, so I don't remember it too well. I mean, I remember it being good, so I'll put it on C tier. I think that's a good recommend you watch, but I'd rather watch the other ones first. And next we have Wotakoi, which is really good. I feel bad like putting it in A tier since I feel like A tier should be reserved for like the best of the best, but like Wotakoi is, I mean, there's not many episodes yet, but I really like it, and I think it's a good romance that is not stereotypical, because it's like very different and you get to see like an actual relationship and not like a lot of what they do is like an anime is like will they won't they sort of thing, but this one is like an actual relationship and they're actual adults. Next is Death Note. Okay, I feel bad putting Wotakoi on A tier and then putting Death Note on B tier, because Death Note is a really great show. It's really great. I feel like maybe I should put Wotakoi on B tier feel bad though. Like if I put it on B tier, that's just like, what am I saying? Like, I really like that show. But Death Note is just, it's just such a good show. It's so well done. There's like the second half is a little, drags on a little bit, but it's like such a good mystery, and I had to watch it in like a couple days because I was like so glued to my screen. I think it, I mean, I'm gonna be strict here, and I'm gonna put it in B tier for now, but we'll look back at it later. I think B tier is gonna get really crowded looking just at all these shows on here. B tier is about to get like crowded. Okay, next we have My Hero Academia. I've watched the first and half of the second season, so I don't know much of what happens later, but I mean, I think it has great potential, but I don't really like the whole like tournament arc going on. I think the first season was alright, and I really want to like it, but I think I'm gonna have to put it in C tier. Like, I'm sorry. I really love My Hero Academia. I love all the characters, but like, something needs to happen. Something needs to happen, and I don't think anything's happening, and I feel like it's 2 seasons in, there should be something going on sometime. Maybe I'm just not there yet, but I'm gonna put it in C tier for now. Pokemon, of course, is another nostalgic, awesome, you know, it's like, it's of course iconic, but like, the show itself isn't that amazing. Like, it's a kids show. I'll put it in D tier because it's kind of the same, in the same boat as Sailor Moon. F tier is looking a little empty with Irregular at Magic High School. I feel bad, but also I'm pretty sure none of these shows, other than that one, is gonna go into F tier, so sorry. Next is Yuri on Ice. I think this one's really good, but it's also very short, so I feel like they don't explore things well enough. And also there's just a lot of scenes of like people ice skating, so I think I'm gonna put this in C tier. I feel bad. I feel like, I don't know. A tier is looking a little empty, but I don't know. I feel bad. Okay, C tier, Yuri on Ice. I'm sorry. And next we got Attack on Titan. And Attack on Titan, it's like such a cool concept. I'm like putting it straight at A tier. It's such a good concept. I think like the idea is really creative, and it's also like very emotional and very action-packed, and it's like a story of survival. They're in these walls and the Titans are attacking, and I think with most shows like this, once you get to like the big reveals or anything, it'll be like really disappointing, but this one honestly felt like it was just like so well thought out. Now that I'm done ranting about how great Attack on Titan is and why it's worthy of being in A tier, we got Toradora, which I've heard a lot of great things about. Honestly, I thought it was mediocre, but I would feel bad putting it in the same line as like a Pokemon and Sailor Moon. Like, I feel like, but if I'm looking at my C tier, I feel bad putting it here. See, there's nothing wrong with Toradora. I think I'll put it in C tier. If I start running out, okay, I'm gonna put it in C tier. If I start running out of things, I'm just gonna like move some stuff around, but I mean, it's good. Okay, it's quality. Okay, next is Japan Sinks 2020. Now this one, there's some major problems with the plot, and I think there's some weird arcs in there. Like, the cult arc just doesn't make any sense, but I think the show is really good, and I really enjoyed watching it, but like, the content-wise, it wasn't amazing, so I'm gonna put it here just because I feel like compared to like Yuri on Ice and Toradora and My Hero Academia, Japan Sinks 2020 just isn't, it's not as good. And then, okay, now we're moving on to Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. I really wish they made a second season of this, and part of me is like, just put it in F tier because it's too short, but I think it was really funny, and I think it was really entertaining. If they had more, I would be really happy. It's a manga, so I think a lot of people just read the manga, but I don't like reading manga. I don't like it, so I'm gonna put it in C tier. I think it's just kind of average, and it's a really good like comedy. Next up is Haikyuu, and this is like the best sports anime I've seen. I've only seen this sports anime, so it's the only sports anime I've seen, but I think it's really good. And I mean, I didn't really care about sports at all before watching it, but now I'm like, I'm like so invested when they're playing. I feel like they do a really great job at like showing character development through sports games and just making you really invested. They made a whole season out of one volleyball match, which sounds bad, but it's only 10 episodes and it's like really like exciting to watch. There's like a lot of character development in this like one sports game. I think it's so good. I highly recommend Haikyuu. Next is Fruits Basket. I love Fruits Basket. I'm putting it straight at A tier. I mean, it's got problems, sure. It's like a 9 out of 10 anime in my opinion, but okay, it's so good. All the openings and ending songs are like what I listen to on Spotify every day. I really like it and I'm like invested in it now. I originally didn't like it very much, but I think that's just because I didn't like the dub voice actor for Toru. She like kind of annoyed me. And also Momichi voice actor just, no, I was not enjoying that. But then I started watching the subtitled version and after season 2, I'm like much more invested in it. I'm a Fruits Basket fan, you know? A tier. I feel bad putting that in A tier, not Death Note though. Maybe I should move Death Note to A tier. I feel like Death Note, the more I think about it, it's like really great. Sorry, I just can't make up my mind. I'm just indecisive. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist. I have not watched Brotherhood. I know that one's probably like amazing, but the original, I would put it on C tier, I think. Oh my, there's so many on C tier. My Hero Academia, I think, could be B tier. And Full Metal Alchemist, I'll just put it here. You know, My Hero Academia, I think it has potential and I think I'm just not seeing it yet, but I think it could be good, and I think season 1 was better than I remember it, so that's what I'm gonna go with for now. And F tier is looking really lonely, but you know, I only watch good anime now. And next I have Flowers of Evil. This one, I've never seen an anime that made me like think so much about it, and I can't really decide where to put it because I know a lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate the animation style and everything, but I think it's just, I made a video about it, Aku no Hana, Flowers of Evil, so you can watch that video to see my thoughts. Honestly, I don't know where to put it. I might put it on C tier because, you know, why didn't I make this any wider? I don't know why I didn't make this wider. I'll just put it on C tier for now and let me move everything else a little bit to the side. Look at that. Look at my crafty skills. I really just made room. So Aku no Hana, Flowers of Evil, I'm putting it in C tier because I think it's really great. I think the ending song is like the creepiest but also coolest song I've seen in an anime, so Maid Sama is a show where when I was watching it, I really enjoyed it. I was like, this is a great show, I'm here for this. But then afterwards I was just like, oh wait, like that was not very good at all. I feel like this show, it was good. It was good. And I'm trying to see, because C tier is like full. I can't move anything, I don't think. But this belongs, I think, along with the other C tier shows. And I'm smaller, wow, magic, right? Am I right? Canva's just like magic. And this is not sponsored by Canva. Okay. Now we're moving on to the last show, which is The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. This one is weird. It's like one of the weirdest, but it's also, it has like 4, like, or like 3, like it has like segments in each episode that are only like a couple minutes long. And I feel like I'm gonna put it on B for now, and I'm just gonna talk it through. Basically, it's like really funny, but also like really weird, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's fun, and I really like watching it. I think it's funny to watch, and I'm gonna put it on B tier. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it for now. Here's my finished tier list. Ta-da! I don't know which side of me it's on. I just want to add that I completely forgot to talk about The Promised Neverland, which if it was in this video, I would have put in B tier. So, sorry about that. Ta-da! I hope you guys aren't too angry. I know I put some like really popular shows pretty far down on my list, but I mean, I'm trying to be like fair here, you know? I'm trying to, you know, I want to make things fair, and I'm just kind of doing my opinion. Of course, like, you can have your own opinion if you guys don't think some of these A tier shows are A tier or whatever. If you're a huge fan of Irregular at Magic High School, like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm sorry. I think all A through C tier are really great, and I highly recommend all of them. Of course, like, different people for different shows. Oh, wait, what is the thing? Oh, different strokes. Okay. Different strokes for different folks. You know what I mean? Different anime shows for different people. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, like, comment, subscribe, and look forward to future videos. I've been trying to upload, but I have school now, so, you know, gotta keep up my grades, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!